Today I'm just going to do the speed run. So I will start from a very low rating. As you can see, it's gonna be, I think, 400. And I will try to get much higher rating as fast as it is possible. And of course, I'm going to play blitz games. I don't want to play rapid games because I think it would take too long. So I'll try to play maybe 3+2 games. And also, yeah. So also I wanna one quick announcement before I start. Let me just invite you for the free websites. You can visit www.mattbobula.com and you can get a completely for free. You can get the 10-week course to improve your chess. Visit also stopmakingblunders.mattbobula.com and you can get a free workbook that will help you to blunder less. And you can also visit rocksolid.mattbobula.com when you can get also for free, you can download a complete opening repertoire for black and white at this website. You, of course, you have got everything below. But before I start, one quick word, I'm not gonna play openings only from the rock solid opening repertoire because I want a rock solid, you can get a very solid positions. But here, because I'm starting from a lower rating, I will try to be more aggressive, especially at the beginning. If I play against 2500, I wouldn't try to be that aggressive, but let's hope that I can win some games at the beginning. Of course, if I will play with higher rated opponents, I will have to probably play more rock solid openings. Okay, so let's just start. Just take a look. Okay. I'm trying to find the opponent. Okay, and I have got the first opponent. Okay, so I start e4. Okay, f6. This is not the best move. Yeah, let's just play bishop c4. Should I try to do d4 move checkmate or not? Or is that gonna work? Yeah, f6 is not a fantastic idea. But okay, e6, so cannot do 4 move checkmate, but I will just develop my pieces and I will try to, okay, d5. So opponent goes like this. I move back. I will try to castle. I will try to bring out couple pieces. Okay, so I castle. Rook e1, bishop will be pinned. Okay, so rook goes to e1. Okay, opponent made a blunder. Opponent didn't see that knight at e6 was not protected. Okay, so now let's just move that pawn forward. Now I think I also tried to capture the knight and completely destroy the pawn structure. Okay, knight goes there. Let's just take it. Why not? And you know what? Let's follow principles. Let's just develop that knight. Okay, opponent castles. So what should I do? Okay, I will try to bring my queen closer into the action. Okay, now I can of course bring my queen closer, but what else? Okay, you know what? No need to overcomplicate it. And I will bring my second rook into the game. Okay, king goes there. I think I can protect that rook. Okay, opponent is trying to escape. If I want to, I can get that material, but maybe I can try to... Is there any checkmate if I go here? Or queen g7? Yeah, what? How can I... Okay, let's just bring my knight. Put the pressure on the pinned piece. After knight c6, I can capture knight takes d5. Okay, so what opponent is going to do? Rook f7, probably queen goes to g8. Okay, so queen goes to g8. And I think I have got a checkmate very soon, because rook takes, king goes somewhere, and I capture the rook. I think this is, I can set up pre-move, and this is win. Okay, let's try to find another opponent. Okay, so now I have got another opponent from Singapore. Okay, let's play e5. I usually don't play this move. Okay, so opponent is trying to do the 4-move checkmate. Of course, I know how to deal with that. Okay, so let's just play here. Knight can go to d4, and knight is attacking. See, knight goes to d4, knight is attacking queen and that pawn. This is why I want to go there. Okay, queen has to go back. Let's just play d5. Let's take control over the center. And also, you can see that knight at h3. Okay, now of course I have to stop the check with a tempo, but I will get the knight from the h3, and I will ruin opponent's castle. Okay, and I will prepare maybe queen d7. So you can see that queen later can capture that pawn. Maybe I can also create some threats with my, I have got 4 pieces, I hope should be enough to checkmate the opponent. Here, queen g2. Let's start with this move. And I think I tried to go here, and later I tried to do the checkmate, if I'm not wrong. Okay, of course, opponent can go rook f1, and then I can check, but king escapes. So I need to find a way. What can I do then? King f1. I can, of course, always castle. Also, casting wouldn't be that bad. Okay, rook f1. I can also bring another knight into the action. You know what, let's just check it here. Rook is under attack. I really would like to take it here. But in case opponent captures, probably I will take back with the pawn. Or I will just castle. I think that might be actually good. Okay, so let's just take it. My queen protects it. So I'm not afraid that opponent will take it. I can bring my second knight. Yeah, maybe bringing the knight to g4 is a good idea. And later queen f3. And later bishop captures f2. And I think opponent is in trouble. Okay, knight e4. Okay, opponent is trying to capture here with a check. Okay, by the way, this is a pretty smart move. Yeah, okay, opponent is trying in a nice way. Okay, so what can I do? Because if I take it, bishop takes c6. This is the idea with a check. So maybe I should have castle earlier. Would be even better. No, but okay. See, I just want to keep it simple. So what is a simple solution? Let's just castle. I know I will lose my bishop at c5, but I will bring second knight. I can always capture that rook. Knight is coming to g4. Yeah, but this is maybe a lesson for me that I should strictly follow basic principles of playing in the opening. So pawns towards the center, castle, develop minor pieces, develop major pieces, and later I can start the attack. Okay, bishop takes c6. Opponent doesn't want to take. So should I go here or not? Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid to go there. I don't want to exchange queens. I see I can capture that, but I really don't want to exchange queens. And now, by the way, take a look. If I do not pay attention, opponent will take it here, and this is a discovery. So maybe, yeah, you know what, maybe just let's keep it simple. Let's just take material. Okay, and now I can move my bishop, or I can move my rook, it's even better. Okay, so I have to go here. Bishop at c5 is protected. Okay, bishop goes back. I can just exchange. Okay, let's just bring another rook. I will try to enter. Okay, now of course I have to stop the threat. Or let's just enter here. d2 also would be a good place. But okay, so here, let's go to d2. Rook on the second rank is very powerful. Let's just take this pawn. Okay, opponent is trying to do a back rank checkmate or something similar. Let's just play g5, just, you know, in case. I see that it's not a back rank checkmate because I can always escape there. But, you know, just a prophylactic idea. Bishop f2, I think it's a blunder. Yes, I think it was a blunder, so yeah. King goes somewhere, and yeah. I really would like to activate that rook somehow, or I can just push that pawn forward. Should be enough for me to win. Okay, opponent resigned. Okay, let's play another game. Okay. Okay, now opponent from, okay. Virgin Island, I think it is. Okay, so here, okay, so let's just strictly follow principles. Let's just develop first everything before I start attacking. Let's see how does it work. Now maybe bishop goes to d6. I do not mind to exchange pieces. Okay, castle. Usually I play bishop e7. Here slightly more active bishop d6. Let's just exchange that bishop. That bishop can be very dangerous here in this position. Can attack here. This is the reason why I want to go like this. Okay, of course I don't want to take it because pawn takes and pawn at h7 might be under attack. So I have to solve the problem with my knight first. Let's just go back. Most important thing is that bishop is gone. And I want to go here, I want to go c5. That's my plan. Or maybe even better e5. Okay, opponent plays e4. I have to say that that opponent is following principles. So I have to say I'm quite surprised that his rating is 600 if he's really following principles. Okay, I would just take it, and okay, so we probably know what is the reason that opponent is only 600. Because beginning first 15 moves, white played really well, but now unfortunately, big blunder. Yeah, let's just bring my knight. Okay, opponent goes here. Yeah. Okay, let's play another game. Opponent from Italy. Okay, so let's play Italian, right? After this move, let's just play knight f3 and bishop c4. Let's try to beat. Bishop goes to c4. This is Italian. In the Italian, you can also, or another name I think is Giocopiano, you can also get a very strong attack. Of course, if you play in an active way. And now e5. Knight is under attack. And now there is only one good move for black. It's d5. Every other move has got some problems. So you see, knight is under attack. Okay, knight e4. Let me just play. I know that this is maybe not the best move, but this is a really nice idea. Of course, I want to take it. In case opponent captures, I play queen d5. I'm forking knight and checkmate at f7, and white is winning immediately. Okay, but opponent didn't know this. By the way, instead of f6, d5 is best move for black. d5 is a very common idea in that kind of position. Let's just take it. Let's just take it. And if I'm not wrong, my threat is still on. Knight's hanging. Checkmate at f7 is hanging. Okay, let's see what opponent will. Okay, opponent is trying to remove my bishop. So, okay, so I don't want it. That bishop is a very important piece for the attack. Let's just go here and attack it. After knight c5, probably I even have got a fork. I can play b4, but do I really want a fork, or can I checkmate the opponent faster? Okay, opponent is giving me a free knight. Okay. You know what? I can stop check with knight c3, but I think I will just play bishop d2. The reason is because in case opponent captures, I can capture back with my knight and develop a piece at the same time. Also, that knight is a little bit misplaced. Okay, so d5. Let's play en passant. Okay, and what? Castle. B4 doesn't work because opponent's got a queen here. Let's just castle. I'm up a piece in this position. Okay, opponent goes there. So what? Maybe just here. In case opponent castles, I can take it here. Opponent castles queenside, but I think I have got a fork. In case opponent captures, I would take it, and I was forking king and the knight. So now bishop takes g4. I'm up to minor pieces. You see, we have got opposite side castles, and yeah. I will play b4. I know that opponent may capture that pawn, but I just played this on purpose because I want to later play rook b1. It opens the file pointing towards the king. This is a typical idea when you're attacking opponent's king, especially when kings are on the opposite sides. This is a very, very common idea. Okay, but maybe bishop's hanging, so maybe first I will move my bishop, and next move will be rook here maybe. So what, rook goes there. Is it good? I hope so. Yeah, let me just change one setting. Yeah. Okay, b6. Okay, so what can I do? Opponent is stopping that. Okay, so what are my options? c6 is now a little bit weak. I can play here, but I don't want to exchange that knight that much. So what else? How can I break through? Yeah, let's just maybe play here. I create a threat here and here. I know that opponent is trying to do this. I will take it. So what, is opponent going to sacrifice the rook for two minor pieces? I'll be up a rook. Okay, so opponent is trying to do that. Let's take it, let's bring here. I want to go queen c7. You know, in some lines, rook takes b6 might be the move. Captures, queen captures, king goes here. I go there, king goes to b8. I go rook here. Okay, so opponent is protecting. And now I think finally I will try to use the half open b file by bringing my pawn. And I think opponent's king is in trouble. I'm pretty sure it's in trouble, so yeah. Okay, in case opponent captures, I take back, and in such a case, I will just go here. And now you can see that this is win for me. Okay, good. Okay, you know what? Let's play the next game. By the way, for those who don't know, this is a speed run, so I'm starting from 400, and now I got first 100 points. Okay, it took me like 20 minutes. So let's see how fast can I get more points. Okay, I play bishop c5. Okay, maybe I'll play something else than the e5, because obviously this is like the most popular move. So usually opponents, they know how to deal with that. Yeah, let's just develop my knight. d3, okay, castle. Okay, opponent is playing in a standard way. Okay, so how can I make position more complicated? Let's start with this move. Okay, c3, can I take it? Or maybe it's even better to capture that bishop for free. And now knight goes back to d4. Let's take it with a queen. I think that my queen can create a lot of powerful threats. Okay, I'll play here. I wanna restrict that knight, so knight cannot go anywhere. And let's just bring the bishop out. I wanna bring the rook. Maybe I can just capture that pawn. Okay, queen b3. I think I can do that right now. Can I play it? I'm a little bit afraid that my queen might be trapped. This is the only, this is the thing that, so let's just play b6. There is no rush. Okay, now I think I can take it. I mean, after this move, okay, rook d1, of course, it's not that great because I can take it. Ah, rook takes. So actually, I wasn't completely wrong when I said my queen can be trapped. I had got a good feeling because you can see that now I cannot escape anywhere and it's blocked. So of course, in such positions, you have to minimize losses. So I will try to get the rook for that. And now I will try to, yeah, let's connect rooks just in case. So, okay, I lost my queen, but I'm still up to pawns. I have got 2 rooks and a pawn for the queen, which is a decent advantage. But yeah, let's see. I tried to capture at e4. But definitely queen d3 wasn't the best move. Okay, I take it. Opponent probably takes. Okay, I cannot take it because there is a back rank checkmate. So what can I do? Yeah, my king safety is very, very, very important. Okay, you know what? Let's just skip it simple. Let's protect the pawn. Later I'll play f6. I don't want to lose the e5 pawn. And that pawn is completely stopping those two. So what is my plan? How can I... Okay, let's maybe play h6. Ah, but opponent will go c5 and try to get that pawn. Okay. Okay, I have got the idea. I have to... I mean, I cannot move my rook here because this is hanging. If I go back, I will lose this one. If I check, king will escape. Maybe this is best, but I'm very afraid of that pawn. But you know what? Let's... Can I check? Let's check. And I will probably play rook c8. I really hate and I don't recommend to disconnect your rooks because it's very easy to be forked. But I see that after this move, my rook can go back to the d5 square. And I'm still fine. Okay, I go back. I have to somehow find a way. How can I maneuver my rooks and get those pawns? Okay, how can I do it? Or another idea, I can just push those pawns forward and try to promote them. Yeah, maybe this is even easier. Let's play here. because you know this is the end game. In end games, of course, two most important things are, of course, pass pawns and king's activity, but of course this is the position with queen, so king safety. So my king is, I want to keep my king safe. Okay, opponent really wants to get that pawn. You know what, let's push it forward. Queen captures c6, I play f4. I hope I'm faster. Also, even if opponent will move queen, it will be very hard for opponent to promote because I have got two rooks. So if I will keep rooks there, if I will keep rooks on the 8th rank, I'll be fine. And now you see, I call it curling idea. If you ever watched curling, the winter sport, you can see that that pawn is moving forward. That pawn is like a stone. That rook is supporting that, and that rook is a sweeper. It's just removing queen from the position. So yeah, let's see what opponent will do. In case opponent captures, I will just take it and checkmate the opponent. In case opponent moves the queen, I will promote. In case opponent moves queen away or something, I will just push that pawn forward. So I think the game is over. But I have to admit that the fact that I lost my queen didn't help me. This is probably the longest game that I played. Okay, opponent is waiting till time will be gone. Okay, and opponent resigns. Okay, let's continue. Let's play the next one. Okay, I play d4 like almost automatic move. But okay, let's play here. You know what, let's do a very quick attack on the opponent's position. With bishop c4, knight f6, I'm gonna play e5. Knight is in trouble. Knight g4, I will play d4, protecting the pawn. Okay, knight e4. That knight is not fantastic here. It can be trapped. This is the only square it can be moved away. So I'm gonna play d4. And now you can see that knight cannot escape anywhere. Okay, pawn goes here. Pawn is protecting the knight. By the way, very smart move. Okay, I will take it. En passant. Okay, let's just castle. I want to bring that rook. Okay, opponent is trying to open the position, but black is not developed and king still is in the center. So it's not a good idea. You should try to castle first, should try to develop your pieces and later think of, think of an attack or something. Because now you can see there is an X-ray. There is a problem on the e-file. And I can get that knight for free. King is also misplaced. Okay, bishop e6, I will just take it. I will take at the e6. Okay, opponent didn't take it. Of course, I can take it here, get the queen. If I go there, there is still bishop e5. So let's just do the discovered attack. One of the basic tactics. Discovered attack. Let's see what opponent will do. I will just take it. And let's just bring out some of my pieces and checkmate opponent's king. I will play this move just in case opponent wants to do something on the back rank. Okay, knight f6. I think I can just take it. Okay, if king is here, what is the fastest way for me to checkmate it? To checkmate that king. In case rook captures, I will take rook at a8. Okay, let's just exchange. You're up, you should exchange. I will try to simplify that position. Let's bring my knight. Okay, so let me play it here. What is the fastest way? How can I checkmate opponent's king? Okay, I think I see the way. I want to play rook e1. Okay, I didn't expect this move, so I'll just take it. And now I think I can set up pre-moves, and this is gonna be the checkmate, as you can see. Okay, let's continue. Let's take a look at the next game. Okay, I play white again. You know what, let's play d4. Danish gambit. Let's see how opponent is going to stop that. You see that I get a very strong center. After knight f6, I will play e5, most likely. After d5, should I take it? Okay, let's just take it. Knight is protecting here, and my idea is to go knight c3. But let's start with this move. This is a big mistake. Okay, so maybe opponent knows that variation. Because opponent follows the line. Queen's hanging. From what I remember, this is the move. I think I can castle. In case opponent captures, I will just take it back. And you can see we have got opposite side castles, so I will try to attack the opponent's king as fast as I can. But I think I will start with this move. Queen has to go somewhere, so later I will play d5. It gives me also some space. Okay, let's play d5. Of course, I cannot take it because my queen's hanging. But if I move my queen, for example, to the a4 square, knight hanging, okay, and now opponent blunders. Because I can take it for free. I see I can capture later probably that pawn. Of course, now I see this is hanging. So I can develop a piece at the same time I can stop the threat. I want to take it here. And later I will try to just create a checkmate net somehow. So maybe I will push the c pawn forward. It stops king from moving to d7, and later I have got the checkmate. This is one idea that I have got. Because if I go here, king escapes, queen captures b7. This is also good for me, but this is a very common mistake that players are attacking the king directly instead of trying to stop the way out for the king. Another idea might be also here bishop b5. It also blocks it. Okay, but you see another blunder from another blunder. Opponent is hoping that I will take it and I'll be checkmated here. But I realized what's coming, so I play h3. And I think opponent is in trouble right now. Hanging rook here. I can also capture like this. Probably queen takes g4, pawn takes. what opponent is going to do here. Just don't tell me that opponent is going to waste next 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't really understand those players who are, if this is that case, right? I don't understand those players who are trying to wait until time is over instead of designing, but okay, it's like, okay. Okay, so 30 seconds of my life is gone. Let's try to play the next game. Okay. Next opponent. Okay. I told you that I would try to play something else than the e5 because every player knows it. So let's try the Scandinavian. Let's check how does it work. Okay, knight a4. By the way, this is not a great move because knight here might be trapped later. Of course, I see that bishop is here, but now it might be potentially trapped. But okay, I just develop my pieces. Okay, bishop b5. So opponent is trying to take advantage of that pin. But of course, I see that this is coming. So maybe later bishop d7 and I will just capture that knight. Usually I see that a lot of players here, they are placing knight at the a4. And this is usually not a fantastic place for the knight. Because you know that if you analyze it, if knight is in the middle of the board, it can go to 8 different squares. If knight is on the side, it can go only to 4. But if knight is in the corner, it can go only to 2 squares. So this is the reason why it's not a good idea to keep knight on the rim. And you see, knight has got 4 squares, potentially 4 squares. And now you can see that one is blocked by the pawn, that one is blocked by my pawn, that one is blocked by the bishop, and this one is blocked by the pawn. So the knight is gone. Okay, I will just take it. Okay, I'm up a piece. And now let me just quickly, okay, I play 97. And I will try to, I'm up a piece, but I will try to attack maybe opponent on the king side. But of course, you know, always when you're moving pawns like f5, it's always a little bit risky because it opens your king. This is the reason why I want to play king h8, just in case. I see opponent is trying to enter like this, so h6 is a prophylactic move, and later my idea is f5. I think, can I play this move or not? Opponent will take back with the pawn. By the way, if I see such a knight, I'm just asking myself question, can I trap it? So let's just bring my queen closer. I want to attack on the king side anyway, so that might be a decent idea. In case opponent plays what? I think any move opponent, I mean, I will just take the knight for free. My bishop here is protected. Okay, so opponent is sacrificing like like Tal. Okay, let's play the next game. Okay, opponent from Myanmar. Okay, I tried d5, so let's try Sicilian this time. Let's try what opening works the best. I expect something like bishop c4 Bowdler. It's very common here. So e6, I like that move against the Bowdler because it really blocks that bishop. And I can play d5, and that bishop has to go somewhere. Probably it will go to b5, but I have got a strong center. Okay, bishop goes there. So let's be tricky, because you see, I presented you how can you trap the knight, Now let me show you how can you trap the bishop. I play a6. The purpose is that I'm planning to go c4 and I'm planning to go b5 later. That's my plan. c4 here and pawn goes to b5. If I'm not wrong, that idea works. This is a very famous idea that 3 pawns are trapping the bishop. Of course, it's gonna be bishop for 2 pawns, but it gives me the advantage. Okay, knight goes here. Yeah, let's just complete the development. I just want a castle. Maybe bishop c5, I will try to remove the defender. Why not? Okay, so but I think opponent blunders. I can choose between bishop and between the knight. I mean, okay, I cannot take bishop because this is hanging, so I would just take knight at df5. So the most important thing is not to blunder. If you don't blunder, you take advantage of the opponent's mistakes. Then usually should be able to win. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, bishop g5. Yeah, let's just take it. I will play h6 maybe to chase that bishop. Okay, let's just exchange. You're up, you're supposed to exchange. I'm developing also my knight, and later I will play probably h6. Okay, so bishop has to do something here. Queen can go there. Maybe actually queen b6 would be even a better idea. But okay, opponent goes here. Let's exchange. Let's bring my rook. I have got 2 knights. 2 knights for 2 pawns. So this is a pretty decent deal for me. Yeah, I want to probably play queen b6. Next move. Doesn't really matter what does opponent play. Because I want to keep an eye on that pawn. I can later bring my rook to c8. I can also put my rook into the e2. Rook on the 7th rank is usually very good. Okay, opponent offers me a trade. But let's start with this move maybe. So I'm attacking 2 things. Of course, opponent can play queen f3 or queen e3, but then pawn at b2 is also collapsing. And after this move, I can take it. Okay, I have got an idea. You know what is a smothered mate? Let's try to do the smothered mate. So this is like, it happened to me like 4 or 5 times in my life. So the idea is that you go here. You can see that opponent has to probably go there, knight h3. This is a smothered checkmate. This is a discovered attack. You can see after king f1, I have got checkmate at f2. In case opponent goes there, I play queen g1. Opponent is forced to capture and I just checkmate with the knight. So that thing is called the smothered mate. I think it was 5th time in my life. Okay, so this is like, yeah, Faroe Island. Okay, so what should I try? Let's play here. By the way, I crossed 1600. 600, sorry. Yeah, 600. It took me 22 minutes, I think, if I'm not wrong. Okay, knight takes e4. So this is, you can see that this is the position from the Petrov defense. And this is a very tricky variation that white is sacrificing a pawn. It's a little bit similar to the very famous Stafford variation that white is sacrificing the pawn, but now white has got a really good activity. And the only good move for black right now is f6. If black doesn't play f6, black is in a serious troubles. And now black is in a serious troubles because I will just go here. and it's very hard for black to stop that threat. This is the reason the only good move for black was f6. But now I will just take it. You see it's equal on the material, as you can see. And pawn at f7 is still in trouble. Okay, bishop e6. Okay, opponent is trying to do something to minimize losses. So what? Can I just take the pawn? I think I can just take the pawn. And take a look. In case opponent captures, of course I can take it here. Then we go into the endgame. But maybe if it's even better for me to take it like this, opponent has to take it back, and I have got a fork here. I can get that pawn at the e5. And I keep queens on the board because I want to attack. So if you want to attack, it's a good idea to keep pieces on the board. What will opponent do? Probably I'm going to castle. I'm going to play bishop g5. I'm going to bring my both rooks into the center. Yeah, that's my plan. I don't want to, of course I can take it, but then queen e7 and opponent exchanges pieces, and I want to keep queens on the board because I hope that I can win faster in such a case. Okay, so I castle here. Bishop g5, rook e1. Now, by the way, this is a very serious threat. Okay, opponent stops it, but I bring my bishop. Opponent cannot castle queenside, and I'm going to bring another rook into the d1. And queen will have to do something. Yeah, by the way, this is a very nice variation if you're tired of playing, very strategical positions in Petrov. Just bishop c4, knight takes e4, and then you play knight c3. And this is the variation. It's very similar to the Stafford Gambit. Yeah, let's just go back. I know I could go rook d1, but I don't want to complicate that position too much. Let's just simply move my bishop back. I think that opponent will try to play here. Okay, queen goes here. In case opponent captures, you're supposed to capture towards the center. Okay, I want to bring my rook here. I want to bring another rook. Okay, but this is not a good idea, queen h7, as I can get a free pawn. And now you can see that it's very hard for opponent to play the move, and if I'm not wrong, there is a forced checkmate in the next move. Actually queen d3, and my pre-move, I would be in trouble because of my pre-move, but okay, but I expected most likely this move, so yeah. But that was queen d3 and I would lose probably. Okay, so opponent is a Caro-Kann master. Okay, you can see from Nepal. So I will play a tricky variation against the Caro-Kann, which is called the two knights attack. Okay, but I see that obviously opponent knows it because opponent plays the best variation. Okay, but I think I had got earlier opponents where opponent is playing well. This is the way you're supposed to play here. Earlier I also had got some opponents that were playing pretty well first 10 or 15 moves, but later there was a problem. And I think this is the proof that, but they were still 600, even if they were playing very well first 10 or 15 moves. So this is the reason why, openings are not the most important at that level, but tactics and not making blunders. Okay, opponent goes there. Yeah, let's just play here. Let's just put some pressure over that pawn. Knight g6. Okay, and now let's play f4. Because I castled queenside, and of course I wanna attack on the king side somehow. So this is why I play f4. Okay, queen goes here. What is a tricky move that I can play? Of course, I see knight hanging. Let's just take it. And can I develop this move? Would be nice if queen captures, so I have got a pin. But in case bishop captures, doesn't work that well. So let's just develop a piece. Okay, potentially I see there is a fork, but does it work right now? Probably it doesn't. But maybe I can play this move and take it back with the bishop. Okay. You know what? I would rather keep queens on the board. Let's just move my queen away. Maybe later I can also infiltrate somehow queen c7, but my basic idea is to go rook f1. Okay, I have to do something with my queen. You see there is an x-ray. Okay, I go here. Queen is protecting that pawn. This is why I'm trying to remove the defender, and it works. Because I can take that pawn. You can see rook is hanging. Also, I want to bring my bishop to the g4 square. I want to put more pressure over a pinned piece, but opponent is making blunders. Queen a5 is a double blunder. I captured the rook, I capture queen, and I think the game is completely over. Yes. So you see, you can be fantastic in openings. Fantastic or very good, because that opponent, have to admit, was very good in openings. But if you blunder rook and the queen in one move, this is not gonna help you that much. Yeah, let's just go here. I will try to checkmate the opponent somehow. Okay, I think I can just take it. And later I want to go, well, bishop d7. I think I see a forced checkmate. Here. So I will just set up pre-moves, and queen takes f7 is a checkmate. Okay, let's continue. Let's try to find the next opponent. Okay, opponent from Rwanda, d4. Don't tell me this is another London player. So I will play something that triggers London players. So this is Benoni. Because it's a pretty sharp opening. Okay, opponent goes here. Let's just play g6. I'm gonna play the standard Benoni. Okay, bishop f4, of course. My idea is to play d6. I'm blocking that square. I want a castle, and later I will prepare somehow the b5 move. I have to do everything I can to prepare the b5 idea. I don't want to play here because a4 blocks it. This is why I start with knight a6. And I know I told you that knight on the rook file is not good, but here is an exception because I have got a plan. But okay, opponent supposed to start attack through e5, but I think it's a little bit too early, as opponent hasn't completed the development. And now you can see that pawn at the d5 is hanging, king is still in the middle. Opponent captures, I can just take it back. Yeah, before you start the attack, it's a good idea to prepare everything. Okay, I will just take it. Yeah, and I'm taking more and more material right now. Okay, queen goes here. You know what? Opponent probably will try to checkmate me somehow, of course. Maybe not here, because it's protected. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just capture. I will probably capture at the e5. I don't want to ruin my pawn structure, so I'll do that with the bishop. So what? Okay, just maybe bishop f5. Okay, I know I told you earlier that I should try to play b5, but you see that now position has changed. I'm up a piece. I have got a big advantage, so I think I even don't need to play this move, although I will play this move to protect that pawn. Okay, g4. By the way, this is a smart move because opponent is trying to do the idea that I told you about. So let's just bring my bishop back. I think I can do that. And after this move, I will play h5 because I have to stop the threat. And you can see at the same time that pawn at the g4 is blocked. Okay, I can just take it. Yeah, maybe it would be better for me to get rid of that knight earlier. Maybe can I exchange it? Okay, let's just trade it. This is a very weird position. I have to say it's pretty weird, but okay. Queen f4, okay, and this is probably not the best move that I've ever seen. It's blunders queen in one move. Okay, bishop captures. Okay, how can I checkmate the opponent? I can just take it. I can just bring my queen to that square. I think should be fine. Okay, let's just take it. I will try to be more active. And queen goes to the h4. I know that this is a sacrifice, but I see that this is one threat. That knight is hanging as well, so I think it's quite good. Yeah, let's just take it. Later I can take a df2 because knight is pinned, and my queen and two bishops should be able to beat the opponent. Okay, bishop captures here. Okay, so maybe opponent is hoping to play this move. How did I know that? But okay, so now in case rook captures here, I will just take it back. And if I'm not wrong, in the next two moves, it's a checkmate. And just next move, queen g3. And bishop d3, and I think this is the game is over. Okay, let's play another game. Okay, now opponent from Turkey. Okay, let's try Sicilian. So what, another Baudelaire attack? No, this time it's Smith-Morra gambit. Not really, because real Smith-Morra gambit starts with the c3. Okay, but now I will play here. And let's just continue development. Okay, if opponent gives me a free pawn, in the Smith-Morra it's a common way to sacrifice a pawn for white, but I don't think that opponent should do it like this. Okay, opponent is trying to take material back. Can I just develop my piece? Or I will just go here. Bishop has to go somewhere. I can maybe activate my queen and create a threat. Or I can give a check. Of course, I see that bishop will go back to d2. No. Okay, so opponent blunders another piece. Now I think this is a pretty powerful move. Would be, but of course it's a check. This is, endgame is coming, so I think I can capture with the king. Usually it's better to keep king safe, but I think I can, because this is almost the endgame, I can just use my king here. Although still there are a lot of pieces on the board, so yeah, but let me just exchange everything. Okay, I play b6, prophylactic move. Opponent can try to go. Okay, opponent is trying to attack me. Okay, so let's, you know what, let's bring my king back. I will just exchange pieces and later I can take it here. There is a back rank checkmate threat. So of course I expect this move. Now I really would like to place my bishop at the e5. So I'm controlling the safe square, I'm controlling the loft. Okay, maybe opponent is trying to stop it. But yeah, so what to do? Maybe I can just take it. I have to control that square before I check. Okay, so now knight has to go somewhere. Yeah, let me just bring my king here. Bishop e5, and this is the move. So opponent is trying to stop me. Okay, opponent obviously knows what am I trying to do. Okay, now there is a potential. Okay, you know what, let's just play it. Let's just exchange that annoying knight. Ah, opponent even didn't take it. So opponent maybe it's not aware what's coming. This is coming, or what is coming? No, this is not coming. No, I know what's coming. Check is coming. Knight h3 is coming. And king captures, rook h1 is coming. Okay, this is the reason why they want to play pre-move, because opponent plays unexpected g3, but you can see that still this is over. Let me just get the rook, and I think I will just promote. Of course I can push that pawn forward, block that square. Okay, opponent really knows how to use that knight. Okay, and now there is no stalemate, and okay, let's play another game. Okay, I play white. Okay, let's try to attack opponent quickly. What should I play after e5? Queen h5 or bishop c4? Maybe I'll try bishop c4. I think queen h5 might be a little bit too much. Okay, and again we have got the position from Petrov. This is the same thing, so I will use the same pattern. I will use the same thing, very similar to the Stafford Gambit. To be honest, I have to check it. What is it called? Okay, c6. I told you that the only correct move is f6. After c6, I have got a question. Of course, I see the idea opponent is trying to stop queen d5. I can take it, and I can get a good position. The question, does this move work? You know what? Let's have a try. I'm not sure, is it a correct move? I could always capture material back, but let's try this move, because, you know, I think it puts opponent into a very hard position, and opponent is trying to go there. Would be nice to checkmate somehow. But maybe I just need to castle. Okay, opponent still cannot take it. Can I go? Yeah, let's bring my rook into this e-file. Now I can move my queen away, because you can see that this is bishop was hanging. Okay, and now what to do? In case opponent captures, I can take it back. Okay, opponent doesn't take. What would be a nice checkmate? I can imagine I can play here, but queen is interrupting me. But maybe, Does this move work or not? No, I don't wanna, I think, you know, because in case bishop takes, I have got rook e8. But maybe it's a little bit too much. Yeah, so no need to overcomplicate it. Let's just develop that bishop. I have got a rook for two pieces and that king is weak, so... Okay, c4 opens the position. Let's bring another rook. I need to bring more pieces into the action. Queen h4. Now, of course, it looks like this move works. The question is, what will I do then? Because king will go to the f7. If I go here, queen will take it. Then rook e8, king f7. Okay, knight is blocking here, but at the same time, knight is blocking the rook. So maybe I will have to play bishop g3. Maybe I'll have to, you know, bishop. Okay, bishop goes there. So what? Rook d7? No, rook d7 doesn't work. Or I have got a funny move. Bishop g5. Does it work or not? The idea is that in case queen captures, I have got queen f7. This is gonna be the checkmate. After this move, I think that move works as well. Okay, let's play another game. Okay, opponent plays Scandinavian. I think this is the first opponent who plays the Scandinavian here. Let's play bishop c4. Bishop at c4 is always useful when you're trying to attack the opponent's king. And now I'm just going to use the idea of placing my bishop at the d2, and now I can do the discovered attack. Okay, but I have to admit that that opponent also knows the theory. Okay, castle. I go there. This is like the idea. Okay, opponent is blocking me. Let's attack that piece. Okay, so another opponent that knows theory, but unfortunately blunders. I mean, for me that's good, but yeah, let's just put more pressure over the pinned piece. And now I think I will just bring my queen. I see bishops hanging, but I think I can checkmate my opponent faster, so... Or I can just take it. I can just take another piece at d7. Yeah, if I think opponent resigns. Okay, let's play one more. Okay, opponent from France. Let's try to attack him here. Knight c6. I will try to play bishop g4 maybe. Maybe I can play e5. So it reminds me a little bit of reversed French. Okay, I know that opponent can play g4 and can get a pawn, but all at the same time opponent opens the king. Okay, I can take it. Okay, king is a little bit open, but of course first I have to deal with the problem of that pin at the c6. So let's just play here. I think it's extremely risky for opponent to castle kingside. Probably I will even go h5. Or even now I can do that. g5, by the way, smart move. Opponent is trying to block the position. So let me just ask that bishop, what is that going to do? But definitely if I want to checkmate my opponent, I have to activate more of my pieces. So what, let's start maybe with my knight. This is a very weird move. Usually you don't move a piece back like this. Ah, okay, at least I know what was the purpose of this move. So let me play it here. I keep a pin Of course, I'm also attacking that pawn, but I think this is even more important. So what, knight f5? Should I put more pressure over the pinned piece? Let's have a try. At the same time, I can exchange the bishop. Maybe in case opponent captures, okay, opponent doesn't take it. So can I play it here? Again, I'm trying to put more pressure over the pinned piece. Of course, opponent has got knight takes here, but then I think I will also take the bishop, and two things are hanging. Rook at a1, and at the same time, bishop, knight at d5 is hanging as well. But there is queen takes d5. This is why I have got some doubts about this move. Okay, but after knight c6, no doubts that I can take free material. And now, should I take it or not? I hope I do not blunder any checkmate. Okay, so here what can I do? Probably I have to move my knight back. Discovered attack here. And of course, this is hanging. So everything here is hanging. Yeah, everything in the white position is hanging. Yeah, I just want to remind you that this is the speed run. I'm just starting from 400 and I'm playing blitz games against starting from 400s. I'm playing blitz games, and yes, I will try to reach like my rating, which is I think 24 or 2500, but probably I cannot do that at one stream. So okay, but I win. Opponent escaped here, so yeah, but yeah, so I think that was maybe the last game. It took me over 1 hour to go from 400 to 700, but of course I'm going to continue that speed run next time. So yeah, and you can see a lot of players were playing well. Just one last thought in the end. A lot of players, they were playing well in the opening, but they made a lot of blunders, and they should visit definitely stopmakingblunders.matbobula.com or any other website that you can find below, and get a free workbook with a lot of exercises to blunder less, because this is the most important skill if you want to improve. Without that, it's very hard to think about any improvement. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.